Today we're here, everyone, at Discovery Green here in Houston, Texas. We want to talk to people today about Donald Trump and him possibly cutting food stamps and housing for the poorest Americans in America.
That I don't think is right. I mean, we all need help, especially I'm on disability right now, and there's a lot of other people that they depend on that housing and food stamps, especially the food stamp to eat. Why he would take that away? I don't see why. What do you think? I mean, what's the reason for him doing that?
I just think it's heartless personally without providing a way for people to help themselves, but most people aren't in agreement with it. That's why we're trying to get people's opinion about it today.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think they should do it. I mean, there's some people that abuse it. Yeah, but there's some people that need it. I've seen on TV where these older folks, that they depend on the food stamps. They say they take that. What are they going to eat? They were going to take it away. I don't know if they already did. The House on Wheels, the food on wheels, where they bring it to your house.
The meal on wheels.
Yeah, Meal on Wheels. They were going to take that away too. And I have a. Well, he already died the other day. He got sick, but they were bringing him food at home. And a lot of on TV they showed these old people that they depend on those people bringing them food. Without their help, they would die too. So that's not right. I mean, this is America, man. We try to help one another.
Correct. So you feel a lot of elderly people is going to suffer because a lot of elderly people are on food stamps, not just young people that they assume that's on food stamps. So you think it's going to kill off a lot of people possibly?
Well, definitely, it would hurt a lot of old people. A lot of old people depend on that stuff. They're retired. And then yet what little money they get from the Social Security or whatever, that applies to their rent because not all people own homes by now. Some people are already elderly but still paying rent on their houses. They got to pay for their electricity. Some people don't have air conditioning because they can't afford the bill. And here it gets real hot. So I don't think it'd be right for him to take it away. To tell you the truth, that's just my opinion. But
Well, thank you, sir. We definitely appreciate it. I wanted to give my personal take on the Donald Trump cutting the food stamps and possibly the housing. Now, many times I made videos, I warned a lot of you that Donald Trump possibly was going to do that because that's been the mantra of Republicans. And now it's here. A lot of people chose not to vote. That's your choice. And in a way, I kind of support some people that did not vote because now you're seeing issues within the Democratic Party where they don't know what to do. They're scrambling. And now you had black women tell the Democratic Party that now you better bring something to the table for black people because we're not playing anymore. Give us something or it's going to be a repeat of what happened in 2016. But also, personally, there are people, like you heard the man talk about, that really need the help. And yes, you have people that is misusing the system. We all know that, and none of us support that. We believe here to do for self and create businesses. We don't want us depending on the government. But there are some people like the elderly, the disabled, who really do need that help, and I don't mind my tax dollars going to those people. But even though food stamp abuse is wrong, some people do need housing. And it's wrong to say, let's just take it all away from them. At least give them some time before you say, you know what, we're giving you this amount of time to do something else. But I have seen on social media myself, and something that's very despicable to me to even hear this. You have some, and I say some, despicable black males that are celebrating that Donald Trump possibly could take away food stamps and Section 8. And then the reason I've been paying attention to that some of you guys are giving is, well, they won't have this uppity attitude anymore. They cast us to the side because white daddy was doing this and doing that. That is a sorry male. If that woman didn't want you, who cares? Get you one that wants you. Then they say that, well, I guess our sex level going to go up because they don't have food stamps or housing anymore. Do you realize a lot of you sorry men lay up with these same women on this assistance and get the food stamps, eat the food stamps, and live in the housing? Do you know a lot of you going to be kicked out the house too? You see, let's talk about that. Instead of saying, let's create an economy for the sisters to get jobs so they don't have to depend on the system that wants them in poverty to give them those food stamps and housing. No, you're celebrating it like you won something. You didn't win anything by doing that. All it's going to end up creating is crime and despair. That's all it's going to do. A lot of elderly people are going to die when that happens. They're also talking about cutting education. Do you care about that? You don't care about anything. You're worrying about a female, your revenge on black women. If you got a vendetta against black women, something's wrong with you. Because if this black woman don't want to deal with you, fine, leave her alone. Get you one that want to, or whatever woman you want to deal with. But some of you be online all day just salivating for anything to happen to black women. I don't support black women that wants to see things happen to black men. I don't want to hear talk of it. Matter of fact, anybody that hates black men, they got to get away from me. Anybody that hates black women, they got to get away from me. We should be focusing on unity and coming together, not sitting here happy and celebrating taking away a help for some people. Do you understand the concept of the working poor? There's a lot of people that's on food stamps that actually have a job. Some of them work at McDonald's, some of them work at Burger King, some of them work at Walmart. They work at different jobs, but they're not making enough to sustain themselves, so they get assistance in the process. So you mean to tell me it's okay to hurt the working poor? Because you allow the propaganda of the media to tell you that everybody is just sitting high on the hog, taking up food stamps. And then the second group that's celebrating this as well is some Caucasian people. But you have a lot of Caucasians in rural areas that's getting food stamps way more than any other group of people. They're poor, they don't have jobs. A lot of them feel they're in despair. Some of them even committing suicide because of it, because the suicide rates are going through the roof, especially with Caucasian males. This is why they overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump, because they feel in despair they can't get a job. Well, why is it the same guy that say he's going to bring jobs back and give you jobs, he's cutting your food and cutting your housing way before you get the job? At least get the jobs first. Then we would understand. Cut the food, cut the housing, because now the jobs are here. Why don't you go tell Donald Trump to stop all the prison labor and then take those jobs and bring it back to the people? But he won't do that because he's going to take care of his buddies that's in the private prison industry. So this is nothing to celebrate. You can't cut off somebody without a replacement with something. And when you have a lot of children starving all over the country, not just black children, but children in general, when you have children and people being thrown out, getting eviction notices because their housing is not going to be paid for anymore, then you know what's going to happen. No, we have to understand, you may be in a good situation today. You may be fine, no problem. But one day it could be you. It could be. I remember when I went through a divorce, I lost everything. Now, I didn't get on housing, but I had a decent job, but still, I lost everything. If I needed it, I would have went for it. I would have went for food stamps. But you just never know what's going to happen in life. So what I'm telling a lot of people is this is nothing to celebrate. This is nothing to be joyous about. I think that you should be on Trump a lot more to bring those jobs in and then take away the food stamps. Because you're cutting kids' education, you're cutting food stamps, you're cutting housing, and then all you end up being left with is chaos, because poverty and despair bring nothing but crime. And we don't want to see an uptick of crime because of poor government policies or vendetta against the poor. I mean, it's wrong. And also, once again, to the black men that are celebrating this, you're despicable. You're not black men. And this is the reason we have problems in our community. If you would take the leadership in our community and provide the schools, the economy that needs to be there, then maybe the sisters don't need to get on white daddy's food stamps like you like to say. So guys, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this, because this topic is just something that really is getting on my nerves as of late, to hear all these men celebrating this like they won something. You won something when you have something, but you happy about the sister losing something. Share the video, let everyone know about this, and subscribe for more videos.